Cancer Leo Cuspers, August isn't just another month. Spirit is saying this is a turning point with the powerful 8-8 landscape portal, the two eclipses. One chapter is closing while another one is ready to begin. Stay with me because we're going to dive into a tarot spread that is really going to reveal exactly where this new path is leading you. And happy birthday, belated happy birthday. Hope you guys had a wonderful birthday. And welcome in, beautiful souls. If you've been here for a while, you'll know that every month carries its own unique energy. But August feels different. This isn't just about astrology and tarot cards. This is about your soul. There are going to be moments in life where everything starts shifting beneath the surface, even before you can see the results. Yeah, it's going to shift. It's shifting beneath the surface before we can even see the results. And yeah, that's exactly what I feel for you this month. You may already sense something is changing. Maybe you're thinking differently. Maybe certain people don't feel as aligned anymore. Maybe you're questioning dreams you've held onto for years. You're not losing your direction. I'm hearing you finding it. And the biggest energy this month is transformation, awakening, and choosing a future that feels true to who you're becoming. And, around the 8-8 landscape portal, the energy becomes even stronger. This portal is often associated with higher consciousness, abundance, confidence, heart activation, and stepping into authentic power. For my Cancer Leo Cuspers, this can feel like a wake-up call from your soul. It's asking are you still living the life you truly want, or are you living the life you became comfortable with? Don't be surprised if powerful ideas, opportunities, or even unexpected conversations arrive around this time. Pay attention to the signs, the repeating numbers, dreams, and even those little intuitive nudges, like spirit may be speaking louder than usual. And as we move into one of the biggest astrological events of the month, the new moon and the solar eclipse in Leo on the 12th of August, because your cusp naturally blends Cancer's emotional wisdom with the Leo's courage and heart, this eclipse can feel incredibly personal. The solar eclipse can often bring new beginnings, but they don't always arrive quietly. Sometimes they close one door before another opens. For some of you, this could be a fresh start in your career. For others, it may be a relationship. Maybe it's going to be a move, a creative project, or finally believing in yourself enough to take a leap that you've been putting off. But yeah, you don't have to force anything. Just allow what is meant to leave, and allow what's meant to arrive. One other thing Spirit is also showing me is that many of you are stepping out of an old version of yourselves. You're becoming more confident about saying no when something doesn't feel right, and yes when your heart feels excited. I feel like mid-month also brings, it will be bringing Mercury meeting Jupiter in Leo, which I love this energy because it's bringing the expansion of your thinking, all right, bringing exciting news, inspired creative ideas, and helping you see the possibilities that you couldn't see before. Conversations could become important this month. Someone may just say something that completely changes your perspective. If you've been waiting for clarity, it may come through maybe a conversation rather than even your consciousness, right? Even when Mars moves into Cancer, emotions may become stronger, all right? We've had already a lot of Cancer energy, all right? You may even feel more protective of your home, of your family, of your personal space. If something has maybe been bothering you for a while, maybe it's going to be a time for you to decide to address those, right? Instead of keeping it inside, right? But also be mindful not to react from emotions alone, right? Respond with wisdom. Love also carries an interesting energy this month with Venus moving into Libra. Relationships naturally seek more balance, harmony, and honesty. Whether you're single or committed, right, you're being encouraged to ask yourself whether your connections feel equal. Are you giving more than you're receiving? Are your needs being heard? Are you choosing relationships that bring peace instead of the constant confusion? Some connections may deepen beautifully, all right, while there might be others that may show you where stronger boundaries are needed. And towards end of August, the energy shifts, all right, as we're going to be having that lunar eclipse, the full moon in Pisces on the 28th, which feels deeply emotional, spiritual, and healing. The Pisces energy asks us to surrender what we've been carrying a little too long. It isn't about fear or grief or self-doubt. It's a story that you've been telling yourself that just no longer fits who you're becoming. So for many of the Cancer, Leo cuspers, this feels like emotional freedom, right? It's almost like Spirit is saying, you've been carrying this lesson now long enough, and you don't have to carry it into your next chapter. One thing I also want to mention is Chiron will be turning retrograde as well earlier in the month, which this could also bring old wounds back into your awareness, not to hurt you, but to show you how much you've already healed. Sometimes we don't realize actually how far we've come until life gives us a chance to respond differently than we would have a year ago, all right? That's real growth. Overall, August feels like a month about choosing yourself without guilt, choosing peace without apology, choosing your future instead of your fears. There may just be moments where everything feels uncertain, but I truly believe those moments are creating space for something much more aligned. Right, we've got, so this deck I made, inspired by my daughter. She saw a TikTok video of someone that did something similar. We have Coral Beach, friendship, compassion, and support. Okay. And we've got this here, water rush, emotional flow, healing, and surrender. The letters also on this card here, the letter B, 12, the number 12 could be significant as well. 12s break down to 3. The letter R's, B, RB, also could be significant. The number 18 could be significant as well, also breaks down to 9. The number 10 could be significant. 38, 318 could also be significant. 48 could be significant. The letter Y could also be significant. W could be significant. The letter L, R, I think I said R, C. All right, these colors could also be significant for some of you. Let's get some cards out, beautiful souls. Cancer, Leo, cuspers, I'm hearing that you were never meant to walk this journey alone. Sometimes when life gets heavy, our first instinct is to withdraw, and we tell ourselves, I'll figure it out on my own. But the card that's like with the first 2 oracle cards that came out here, I feel like August is going to be about remembering the people who genuinely want to see you happy. I mean, with the first card, support doesn't always arrive in a dramatic way. It could be a friend that's just checking in, a family member that's offering advice, or maybe it could even be someone opening a door that you didn't even know existed. So I feel like Spirit is asking you to be that compassionate person, to maybe Spirit's asking you to be that compassionate person for someone else, okay? I feel like this month is going to remind you that real strength isn't carrying everything by yourself. Sometimes strength is allowing someone to walk beside you, all right, next to you. This could be even about you and your person, all right? Like, the Lionsgate portal, right? The solar eclipse in Leo, the lunar eclipse in Pisces, emotions are gonna move like water, I feel, all right? If you've been trying to control outcomes, like Spirit's saying, you can't stop fighting the current now. Wait, you can stop fighting the current now. Someone doesn't want you to stop fighting, but you actually need to. They actually encourage Spirit's actually gently saying you can stop fighting the current now. Healing isn't always loud, right? Sometimes healing looks like finally sleeping peacefully, not reacting the way you used to, or maybe walking away from drama, walking away from drama, or forgiving yourself, allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to laugh again. I really do feel like this month is asking you to trust where life is naturally taking you instead of trying to force everything into place. All right. And where you are right now is you enter the month of August, you are in the 10 of Wands. I feel like many of you are really simply tired, okay? Not because you're weak, but because you've been strong a little bit too long, all right? 10 of Wands is like telling me that you've been carrying responsibilities that perhaps were never yours to begin with. Some of you are carrying work pressure. Others of you, it's family responsibilities. Some of you might even be carrying some emotional baggage from people who refuse to heal themselves. All right. Remember, always put the energy where it fits. Right. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And even with the Lions Gate portal, I feel like which is opening early in August. Right, the 8/8. Spirit is like going to be asking one important question for you. I feel is that are you still carrying? What are you still carrying that your soul has already outgrown? And that isn't failure, right? It's exhaustion, all right? And that's the beautiful thing about the 10 of Wands is that it always comes before putting the burden down, all right? That 10 is just a completion, all right? Okay, so what are you ready to release from last month? We have the Emperor reversed, all right? This is the energy that feels like releasing the need to control everything. Maybe some of you have been trying to force situations. If this is not you, this could even be someone else, all right? An Aries energy, all right? Or this could even be like trying to make people understand you or trying to hold everything together. The Emperor reverse also speaks about releasing unhealthy control from other people, right? So this could be you or somebody else, right? This energy coming through. This is some sort of energy here regarding the Emperor reversed is needing to be released. Perhaps someone has been trying to tell you how life should look. Or maybe you've been placing impossible expectations on yourself. The eclipses this month are saying that you don't need to have every answer today. Sometimes surrender creates more progress than control ever could. All right, let's have a look at your conscious goals. Yeah, 12s really could be significant. I'm seeing the 12-12. 12-12 could be significant. Some of you have been seeing 12-12. All right. Let's dive further. This is your conscious goals. This is telling me you becoming aware of your confidence, aware that your confidence needs attention. Not because you aren't capable, but because somewhere along the way, maybe you started to question yourself. Maybe you've been comparing your journey to someone else's. Maybe you've been doubting your gifts. Maybe some of you have been holding back your voice. Mercury joining Jupiter in Leo, all right? Spirit is saying here, remember just how powerful your light truly is. Queen of Wands reverse isn't always about becoming someone different. It's just asking you to believe in the person that you've already become. All right, sunflowers could be significant for some of you as well. Cats. Color red, even. Color red is very strong here. Your conscious needs is the Three of Cups. I feel like after everything you've been carrying, your soul simply needs joy, connection, laughter, community. Yes, it actually connects beautifully here with the coral beach, friendship, compassion, support. I'm hearing spirits saying, don't isolate yourself. Spend time with people that make you feel lighter. Celebrate your small victories. Reconnect with people who generally fill up your cup. Not everyone obviously drains your energy. All right, some people help restore it. 3 people could be significant even, or threes. Yeah, friendship, compassion, support. What is standing in your way this month is the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Perhaps your biggest obstacle may not be other people. Maybe it could be waiting for the perfect emotional moment before taking action. Maybe some of you are overthinking relationships. Others of you are waiting for certainty before making a decision. Now, the Knight of Cups can also represent another person, right? Maybe someone whose words sound beautiful, but the actions don't always match. Spirit is like saying, pay attention to the consistency. Promises are lovely, but actions tell the real story, right? What to avoid? Another Knight of Pentacles, all right. Earth and water energy could be significant for some of you. All right. White horses, seeing white horses, maybe some of you. White flowers. Now, this is normally actually a nice card to have because it's like slow and steady wins the race, right? But at this position, Spirit is saying, don't become so comfortable that you stop moving altogether. Slow progress is healthy. Stagnation isn't though, right? So I'm hearing avoid the energy of saying maybe next month, or I'll wait until everything is feeling perfect. I feel like that 8-8 landscape portal is opening some big opportunities for you, So I'm hearing here, don't let fear disguise itself as patience. The 2 knights are facing different directions, all right? What to focus on? 7 of Pentacles, all right? This is actually a beautiful card for August, because it's reminding you that everything that you've been working towards is actually still growing beneath the surface. You may be not seeing immediate results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Spirit is like saying, keep watering your dreams, keep showing up, keep trusting the process. Some seeds simply take longer to bloom, all right? And when they do, they're worth every moment of waiting. Where are you going to find support? Oh, interesting. Judgment reversed. Very, very interesting. I feel like this is going to be about support begins with releasing the self-judgment. Some of you maybe have been your own harshest critic. You replay those old mistakes. You question your old decisions. You wonder if you've wasted time. And Spirit's lovingly saying, stop punishing yourself for the version of you that didn't know what you know now. Healing, it does begin with self-compassion, right? And once you offer that to yourself, you'll naturally attract people who offer it back. Let's have a look at the underlining energy. 6 of Cups. Very nostalgic. Memories, old friends, family, childhood dreams, past relationships. Someone from the past may reappear. For others, this might just be your inner child asking to be heard. Right? We have the Pisces lunar eclipse, old emotional chapter that may resurface just for a bit, but not to stay there, right? Spirit's encouraging not to stay there if any of this comes up, but you can finally, it's coming up, if it does come up, anything during this time in the month of August, it's coming up, so you can finally release that emotions with love instead of pain. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck as well. yeah, keep looking towards the future. Keep making decisions based on the future, making the choices. Right? Choices to travel for some of you. Aries energy. Let's have a look at the potential activation. Two of Swords reversed. This is very powerful because, like, the future isn't asking you to have all the answers yet, all right? It's asking you to make that choice, all right? The Two of Wands here as well, making that choice. 2-2 could be significant, double twos. 22. I feel like many of you are standing between two paths. Staying where is familiar or trusting where your soul is calling you. Two of Swords says clarity doesn't always come before a decision, right? Sometimes clarity comes when you finally make that decision. This is going to be about making that decision. Two of Wands. And Aries could be significant for some of you. All right, let's get some final cards out here, beautiful souls, and dive into some love messages. We have the Devil, Capricorn energy coming out. And Six of Wands, Leo energy. Leo, Jupiter, all right. A very fascinating energy coming out. Okay, so for those of you that are single, maybe you might feel an intense attraction towards someone this month. Like the chemistry could be really undeniable, but spirits are like encouraging to look beyond the physical attraction I'm hearing. Ask yourself, does this connection bring you peace or does it awaken old patterns? Now, the Devil can represent the unhealthy attachments, the temptations, the repeating cycles. The Six of Wands reminds you that the greatest victory is going to be choosing someone that celebrates you rather than someone who keeps you guessing. Now, for those of you that are in relationships, the combinations asking you to break free from unhealthy dynamics. It could be jealousy, it could be control, I don't want to say pure, poor communication, or simply old habits that no longer serve the relationship. All right? Having those honest conversations having honest conversations can strengthen the bond if both people are willing to grow together. Overall, love this month from the cards in its general is about choosing confidence over insecurity, freedom over fear, and relationships that actually lift you higher instead of weighing you down. Cancer, Leo, CUSP is beautiful energy. Double sixes also came out in your reading here. August feels like one of those months where you look back on and where you will look back on and then you realize quietly how everything changed. Like that 8-8 portal, right, is opening your heart to new possibilities. The solar eclipse is asking you to step into your authentic light. The Pisces lunar eclipse is helping you release what your soul has been carrying a bit too long. All right. Remember the two oracles that we have here. All right. This is Coral Beach, all right, reminding you that you don't have to do the journey alone. And Water Rush here reminds you that sometimes the greatest transformation happens when you stop resisting and start trusting the flow. Perhaps you feel like called to share with us like which part of this reading spoke to you the most or which cards, like maybe your story might just help another wolf soul out. And thank you for liking the video, leaving comments, being subscribers here, booking those personal readings, donating to the channel. Before you go, maybe you can say this affirmation, like you release what no longer belongs to you, you trust divine timing, you choose peace, growth, and the path that is aligned with your highest good, and that you are ready for the new chapter unfolding before you. Beautiful souls, until next time, keep trusting your intuition, keep protecting your peace, and remember, the universe isn't asking you to become someone new. It's inviting you to become more of who you truly are. And I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll check you around in the next one.